Hello children, this is Ouchomobile, and this is Lewis Hardy-Lang's Top 20 Video Games of All Time. I'm joined by my co-pilot, Tom, and he is my gaming boffin with all the stats and figures for the next 20 games we're going to tell you about. Yes.
Yes, indeed.
Yes, we are.
Number 20!
Enslaved!
Odyssey to the West.
Now, Tom, what facts and figures have you got for Enslaved?
Yes. Well, it was released in October 2010, developed by Ninja Theory and published by Namco Bandai Games. Released for the PS3 and Xbox 360.
Of course, it's got to be released for both.
Oh, yes. Genre is an action-adventure platform, so whoever knows what that really means. It's set in 150 years in the future, post-apocalyptic world after a global war.
Like most games nowadays, they're set in the global war.
I believe some robots are taking over the planet, and you play as this big monkey guy.
Yes, yes, right.
Travel around with some woman. The game was received quite well, with an average score of 82 out of 100. Unfortunately, sales did not hit the target, only selling 460,000 copies, falling short of their million targets.
Now, I'm going to tell you why I put it in my top 20 games of all time. The first reason is that it's visually stunning. It's very artistic. Whoever was on the artistic side, I don't want to go graphics side needs a raise.
Need a raise
for that game.
Maybe you got one.
It's a button masher. We all love a good button masher.
Everybody does.
Of course, I played it on the PlayStation 3, and you just hammer the square button, I believe it is, for many hours.
Is that literally it?
Yes, it's just swinging for the fences, hitting the robots for about 10 days. It's very challenging, even on easy difficulty.
Which I'm assuming is the easiest?
No, it's the second easiest.
Okay.
Of all time. There's super easy.
Super easy.
Super easy.
There's no enemies.
Yes. But my only negative of this game is that it's very repetitive. As I just told you, it's a button masher, and you're just killing robots for about 6 billion years.
Lovely.
I gotta add one thing before we head on to number 19. It reminds me of Lara Croft and Uncharted because of the climbing stages where you have to grapple ledges for days and days. And of course the lady in it, she's quite fit.
Yeah.
Fit. Yeah.
What's she called?
Miss Shaw. The lady in the game.
The lady in it. Yeah.
I can't remember.
It was that long ago.
It was that long ago. I played it 2 or 3 years ago. Yeah. So we'll move on.
Number 19!
Mario Striker!
Charged Football.
Oh, yes. This is a good game. Tom, what's your facts and figures for this one?
Yep. Released in May 2007, developed by Next Level Games and published by Nintendo, Wii only.
Because all good games are on the Wii.
Wii only, yeah. If you own a Wii,
you're in luck.
You're in luck. Genre, sports.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I wouldn't have thought it either.
No.
The setting, I don't really think it counts. It's just a football pitch. I put Mario Universe because of the title, ironically.
The title is Mario Football, so you would expect it to be in Mario World.
Yeah. And for a Wii game, generally positive. Got 80 out of 100. I played it once or twice and it's rather enjoyable.
Played it more like you just touched the button and mashed.
Made no sense. And it sold 1.7 million copies, so it did pretty well.
And I'll tell you why it's number 19. It's got Mario-style gameplay. Now, you wonder what Mario-style gameplay means. It means it's very jumpy, 60 foot in the air, jump on people's heads.
Well, yeah, all the fat guys can jump really high. So.
Yes. My next reason is it's entertaining for all people.
Family games.
Family games.
Lovely.
Round the Christmas table, everyone getting competitive because they're losing.
Yeah.
We all love good family games.
Yeah.
It's actually entertaining for people that don't like football, like Tom.
Yeah.
Tom can play it because it's just
I don't mind
annihilation football.
Doesn't really make sense.
And as I've already mentioned, it's a very good party game.
Yeah.
Pass the Wii remote around.
You can't take it seriously. You just play it for fun.
My only negative to this is it's very difficult to master the controls. Since Tom proved that when he played it with us
funny.
a few years ago. Me and Alfie had a good knock around with that.
Yeah.
And I also got to add that all the Mario characters are involved in this game, which is a plus for all Mario fans.
Lovely.
And lots of gaming modes and crap you don't care about, but you like it because it's in it.
Well, yeah, you got everyone. So. Number 18!
Little Big Planet.
2.
What you got for this one then, Tom?
Released in January 2011, developed by Media Molecule. Never heard of them. Published by Sony Computer Entertainment Europe. PS3 only. Damn it.
Oh, yes, you know Xbox players there.
Well, I'm happy. I hated this game. It made no sense. Made no sense. The genre is a puzzle platformer, in case anyone cares. Setting, Little Big Planet universe, because if you've ever played the game, you'd know that it doesn't make sense. There's no real setting. Reception, universal acclaim. 91 out of 100. So apparently, most people like this game. I was not one of them.
You must have been that 9%.
Yes. And it's sold 400,000 copies, which I don't know is high.
I thought it would be more than that.
Yeah, maybe 1 million, but yeah.
Right, the reason it's at number 18 for me is there is so much customizing that you could never make the same thing twice.
I don't think it's possible.
No, it's actually a really fun game if you're not Tom. The level creator, as difficult as it is to create anything decent.
Well, when you do get something decent, there must be a sense of accomplishment.
Oh yes, but the level creator in the number 2, you can make kart racing, 3D, bomb survival.
Bomb survival. That one I did like, surprisingly.
We did like the bomb survival.
Yeah.
My only negative, and you'll probably agree with me on this one, is the what the fuck is going on half the time.
Nobody really knows.
You'll be playing the game, and then you'll go, what is going on?
I swear you said it was 2.5D, not 3.
2.5D.
2.5D. What does that even mean?
I believe it means because the background's flat,
but the characters
in 3D.
Okay.
So, 2.5D. 2.5D. Never heard of that. That's pretty good.
If you can find a game that is 2.5D that's not Little Big Planet 2, well done.
Little Big Planet 1. And the only note I got here is that people have made 7.5 million levels since when it was released.
Just a few.
Just a few levels created, and I believe I claim to one of them levels.
One of them levels.
So, as an Ouchomobile, Little Big Planet, and it wasn't broke.
Oh, I'm sure it was.
I'm definitely sure it was, because it was just a jumping level with lots of crap.
Fair enough. Number 17! Heavy Rain.
Heavy Rain. What do you got for this one?
Released in February 2010, developed by Quantic Dream. PS3 only again. You seem to pick a lot of these. Alright, prepare yourselves for this. The genre is interactive drama, action, adventure, psychological thriller. So...
Try saying that 15 times when you're drunk.
Yeah. Setting, just present day Earth. Reception, critically acclaimed with 87 out of 100. And sales surprisingly high with more than 2 million copies. So apparently it did quite well commercially.
It did well, and for just a PlayStation 3 title.
That's pretty good.
Okay, reason, number 17, as always. The story is just amazing. Now, I should have warned people at the start of the video, there's probably going to be lots of spoilers in these things. But the fact that the child got taken, you spend like the rest of the game trying to find him.
Wasn't there multiple endings?
There was. I think there was over like 25 different endings or something like that.
It's quite. So yeah, obviously the way you play the game affects the outcome.
Yeah, the way. I remember playing it, and I felt like I was the dad of the child that got taken.
Okay. Were you?
So it makes I wasn't. But it makes you feel like you are.
Yeah.
The story has great twists. Of course, as you just mentioned, the fact that how you play the game changes
the outcome.
How's the outcome? Yeah. And as you said, there's loads of endings.
Yeah, that's a good thing.
Loads of endings. My only negative, and you'll probably get annoyed with me when I say this, the thrill goes from the game once you've finished it once.
Oh really?
Once you know the ending,
play it once.
Once you know the ending, it's kind of like the whole story goes boring.
Surely you could play it again, just with a different ending this time. So maybe play it
I remember the first time I played it, and when I found out the murderer was one of the characters, I try and avoid saying as
major
much as possible.
spoilers, yes.
Major spoilers. I kind of went, oh my god, it was that person, but it would disappear the second time.
Professor X.
Professor X.
Yeah,
of course, everyone's favourite professor.
Yeah.
Alright.
Number 16!
Me and my
Katamari!
Thank you, John, for that one.
No
What have you got for this one?
Released in May 2006, developed and published by Namco, PSP exclusive. The genre is a third-person puzzle action. Setting what I found was some royal family travels to Earth, so I'm assuming they're aliens. Yeah, it's a good enough. Yeah. Reception, IGN said good about it, and it got 76 out of 100. So yeah, slightly worse than some of our other games that we've covered. But apparently you enjoyed it.
I did.
Sales quite low, only 210,000 units. Yeah.
Me and my Katamari. A game you knew a lot about before.
Yes, I knew
it into
everything
Wikipedia
about this.
Okay, it's really, really addictive. Pushing a ball and rolling over things to make your ball bigger, to roll over bigger things. How can you not like that?
I don't know.
Another positive. You'll never find another game like it.
No?
No.
There's no Me and My Katamari 2?
No. What I mean is, there is no other game on the market like it. You won't find this game on something else, apart from Saints Row the 3rd.
What, the weird multiplayer?
Yes, that one.
With the massive dildos.
With the massive dildos, indeed. It's full of laughs.
Yeah?
You'll look at the king, and you'll wet yourself. The fact that you start a level by flying through his legs. It's,
that sounds quite childish. Very childish.
It made me laugh the first couple of times I did it. There is just too many the hell moments are going on in this game.
Yeah.
To mention.
Yep.
Yes. Nicely done there. Yeah. Okay, so we'll move on.
Number 15!
WWE
13.
One that's close to our hearts right now.
Oh yeah, we love that too.
We love it. What you got for this one then?
Released, obviously, in November 2012, as it is the latest released in the WWE series.
I think it's the newest game we've got on this list.
Yeah,
It is, yeah.
that sounds about right. Yeah, the newest game we have. Developed by Ukes, whoever they are. Published by THQ. Released for PS3, Xbox 360, and the Wii.
Oh, gotta have it on the Wii. The Wii is the best one to have it on.
Genre, if you don't know the genre, then you're an idiot. Professional wrestling. Strangely enough. Setting is just WWE Universe.
Yeah. The world.
The world. Reception mostly positive and got 78 out of 100. And so far it's sold 920,000 copies, so they'll probably make it to the 1 million mark. Apparently the game uses new Predator 2.0 technology to make seamless wrestling movements, although it doesn't seem to be much different
like a lot of crap, doesn't it?
From the previous games. So we'll go for this.
Reason 15. Why? It's got a good campaign. Well, career mode. Yeah, whatever you want to call it.
Make a superstar.
And it tells the Attitude Era quite well, because it's an Attitude Era game.
You got some presents, superstars, some Attitude Era superstars.
I did like the Attitude Era.
Yeah?
I did like it.
Yeah.
It was much better than
Most
nowadays.
people do. Yeah.
Okay, you're gonna go, why is there so many negatives for a game that's at number 15? But the Create Center still needs a lot of work.
What, they create a superstar?
Yes, it seems that there's just a lot of the same from past years.
Yes.
And they haven't done a lot to change it.
Well, you can't have brown hair, you are ginger.
Ginger, or you're black.
Yeah, ginger or black. So it's just like, every year, I am a ginger. Which I'm not.
It can get very repetitive.
Yes.
Doing the same running moves.
Same moves, same submission hoods, same grappling, same whatever you want.
Tom might not agree with me here, but I actually find, even on Legendary, it being too easy.
No, because reversals still don't make sense. And the game seems to be all about reversals, which shouldn't be like that. So
And of course, mine and your favourite negative, the camera angles.
Oh yes, I don't know what you mean. I mean the camera angles. I think they're just spectacular, especially after you do a finisher, and then they decide to show you your finisher 3 more times, just in case you've forgotten what you just did. Why?
It's a brilliant piece of innovation.
Yeah, fantastic.
The fact that you can watch your finisher 3 times.
3 times.
Okay, what we...
Number 14!
Pokemon!
Yellow!
A very old game here. What you got for
probably
this one?
The oldest so far, I think. Released in July 2000. Developed by, as always, Game Freak. And published by Nintendo for the Game Boy. So, I'm sure most of you watching this will have this game and will have loved it, just as we did. It's a role-playing video game, of course, set in the Pokemon universe. For those who are slightly more knowledgeable, in the Kanto continent. So, yes.
More knowledge there.
More knowledge. Reception was very well received, with an 85 out of 100, and for a handheld console game in 1999, it sold 8 million copies.
That's a lot of copies for a little cartridge.
It's a lot of copies, so it's done quite well for itself.
I can't believe it was 13 years ago as well. 13 years.
13
that
years.
It came out. Right, the reason I loved this game back when I was a wee little nipper.
Wee little nipper.
When I think I was 8 years old when I had this game.
Yes.
It's the closest to Pokemon that it got.
Yeah.
You all wanted to be Ash Ketchum.
Yes.
And you all wanted to have a Pikachu that followed you and didn't sit in a Pokeball for the rest of its life.
Yeah, but you didn't get that.
You did on Yellow.
How did you?
The Pikachu actually followed you out of the Pokeball.
That's what I like to hear.
Yeah. It was addictive.
Yeah.
It was addictive. You wanted to catch all 151 Pokemon.
Yes.
Including Mew.
Yes, Mew. And then, well, everyone knows the Pokemon games are addictive.
And the best reason was Pikachu. There was a Pikachu in it. Pikachu.
That's just what made it so great.
And of course, we would all spend most of our lives trying to catch all them Pokemon.
Trying to catch them all, training them all up.
To level 100, I think, was the most common
Level 100, yeah, it's always level 100.
Then how can you not catch a Ditto to a level 100?
Yeah.
We all loved Ditto.
We all loved it.
No, we didn't. No, we didn't. We
He was
hated
bloody annoying and useless.
Okay. Well,
Number 13!
Far Cry
3!
Recent game.
Yeah, very recent.
Well, what have we got for this one then?
Released in November 2012. Developed by Ubisoft Montreal. Published by Ubisoft. So, yeah.
Ubisoft.
Very well-known gaming company. Assassin's Creed, of course. Released for the usual Microsoft Windows, PS3, Xbox 360. So most of you gamers out there should be able to play this. Genre is a first-person shooter, bit of action-adventure, open-world type thing. You know the one. Setting: a tropical island somewhere in the vicinity of the Malay Archipelago, present day. So if you know your geography, you'll know what I'm talking about.
Don't go on holiday there.
No. Widespread acclaim. Scoring 90 out of 100, so apparently a very good game.
Yeah.
And as of this month, it sold 4.5 million copies. So that's not bad for 4-month-ish release. Not doing too bad.
Yeah, it's actually 24 months, wasn't it? Alright, why is it at number 13?
Why?
There's lots of things to do on Far Cry.
I'm sure there is.
There's lots of things.
Yes.
There's a good story.
Good story?
Good story.
Long story?
The fact that you get tattoos on your arm that gives you superpowers.
Ah, that makes sense.
Yes. And you're trying to save your friends.
Mm-hmm.
And this is the one thing I like about this game. You always know what you're doing.
Always know what you're doing. There's no bits of going,
where am I meant to go next? It always tells you what you're doing. And of course, hunting for animals.
Hunting for animals.
Hunting for animals.
Everyone loves hunting.
Spoiler alert! My only negative about this is that there's 2 endings.
Oh, okay.
There's 2 endings to the game.
So not as many as Heavy Rain.
No.
But still
You have a choice at the end of the game, but both of them are bad.
Really?
They're awful.
Oh dear.
One, you walk off the island and go, I'm done.
Yeah.
Or the other one is, you have sex with a naked woman and then she stabs you.
Oh.
The end!
Lovely.
So either way, you lose. So, that's Far Cry for you. I didn't like the ending, but the game was pretty good.
On to the next one. Number 12!
Uncharted.
2.
Okay, what you got for this good game?
It was released in October 2009. Developed by Naughty Dog. Ugh, what was he up to? Published by Sony Computer Entertainment America. Another PS3 only.
Is it?
I'm seeing a recurring theme here.
I didn't notice. I didn't actually know that.
Yeah. Genre is a third-person shooter, action-adventure, platform. Present-day Earth. Reception universal, critical acclaim, scoring 96 out of 100. So apparently, it was a very, very good game.
It was.
Yeah? Okay. Sales, as of December 2011, 5 million copies, so not too
5
bad.
million copies. And that was 2 years ago.
That was 2 years ago, that's correct.
So it's probably gone up since then.
Mm.
Why is this number 12?
Why
is this number 12? The graphics.
Are they amazing?
They're amazing. For a game that was released in 2009, they were beautiful.
I've heard that the Uncharted series as a whole has...
Oh yes, The games there were brilliant. It has an amazing story.
Yeah?
I do like my games with a story. With a good story. The controls are easy.
Yeah?
It's not like you have to press 3 different buttons to jump.
Nope.
It's very, very simple.
Oh, that's good.
Keeps you on the edge of the seat. At the start of the game, you're sat on this is a cliffhanger. You're sat on a train that's all hanging off a cliff.
Oh, yeah, so that's a literal cliffhanger.
It's a literal cliffhanger. And the fact that there are collectibles. I know you're a big fan of collectibles. I think there's 100 collectibles in that game to get the achievement for.
Yeah. Oh, that sounds easy. But I got all the collectibles for Assassin's Creed, so 100 is nothing.
You love your collectibles. Yeah. My only negative, and this is a very nitpicky negative. It's the male version of Lara Croft.
Oh, is it?
It's the metal version of Lara Croft. It's a guy going around to get relics and precious artifacts. It's a male Lara Croft.
The only thing it's missing is sexuality. And obviously he's not that fit. Because he's not
Well, from a man's point of view, he's not. No homo.
No homo.
What we got at number
11! Skyrim!
Well, what a game.
The Elder Scrolls 5.
Elder Scrolls 5, Skyrim, yeah.
Yeah.
So, list off the facts you got for this one.
Okay. It was released in November 2011, developed by well-known Bethesda Game Studios.
Oh, yeah, they make some good games, don't they?
Fallout 3.
Yes.
Published by Bethesda Softworks, and for the usual 3, Microsoft Windows, PS3, Xbox 360. Sorry.
Oh.
The genre is an action role-playing open world setting apparently 200 years after the events of Oblivion, but it's still in the past.
Still in the past.
Fictional province of Skyrim, the continent of Tamriel. So, for you who have played Skyrim, I unfortunately haven't, you'll know what that means. It was very well received, getting widespread critical acclaim, with an average score of 96 out of 100. As of July 2012, it has sold 10 million copies. So, it's ticking all the boxes.
Ticking all the right boxes. Well, the boxes it ticked for me.
Yes?
Great game / story.
Ooh.
Yes. I loved every minute of playing Skyrim.
Did you finish it?
I lost the game somewhere. And I want to finish it, so I might end up having to get another one.
Oh dear.
The controls. There was nothing wrong with the controls.
Everything was okay.
For a game this big, the controls were perfect.
Brilliant.
You turn left.
Yes.
You aim, it aims where you want.
Brilliant. That's what I like to hear.
And it's a long game. It's well worth the money that you spend on it.
Because I'm assuming pretty expensive when it first comes out.
See, I bought it a couple of months afterwards, and I got it for like 24 quid in Tesco's.
Not bad.
And there are loads and loads of weapons.
Loads
of weapons. I mean, there's like 9 million different types of swords.
And of course, you can level your character according to your playing style.
Yes. My only negative, and probably everyone feels this way about Skyrim, it's very, very glitchy sometimes.
Yes?
You can have moments where you look at something and it'll fly 60 million miles in the air.
And then land without a scratch.
In the same place.
Makes sense.
And then of course the guard will tell you that you're doing wizardry and try and kill you. On a personal note, the Stones of Varanzai.
Everyone likes those collectibles.
I think we spent hours trying to find.
We found most of them.
Yeah.
But I think most are story related, so you might get them as you go along.
Yeah. But we did like the Stones of Barons.
Oh, everyone loves Stones Barons, I think.
What's up next?
Number 10! James Bond.
GoldenEye N64.
Ooh.
Now we're going back to the retro games again.
Sounds pretty old.
What do you got for this one?
Well, it is very old. Released in August 1997. I never played it. I'm sure lots of people did. Developed by Rare. Published by Nintendo for, ironically, the Nintendo N64. The genre is a first-person shooter with a bit of stealth in there.
I don't remember ever doing stealth in this game.
No? Never?
No.
Fair enough. Setting is Earth. No free roam. It's a series of missions. So I'm assuming you do a mission, you get another one.
Yeah.
Reception. Critical and commercial success. With an average score of 96 out of 100. And as of February this year, it has sold 8.1 million copies. So for an old game, it's done really well.
It's rated pretty well for an N64 game.
Yeah.
Okay. Reasons for it being number 10. We're at number 10.
Yeah.
It was a brilliant first-person shooter for its time. Now, this was before the Millennium turnover, and it was an amazing first-person shooter.
Yeah.
It had 20 missions. That's more than a Call of Duty game nowadays.
It pretty much is, yeah.
It has a multiplayer split screen. It didn't play online because it was before internet really.
Before those times.
But the split screen, you played with 4 people, and it was pretty hectic. And it's one of the only film games that I've ever seen that follows the actual film pretty well.
Oh, really?
It's based on the James Bond GoldenEye film.
Obviously.
And it follows the film pretty closely.
You're saying that you've actually found a game based on a film that does not suck?
Yes, I am. Yes.
Ooh, well done.
And on an added note, the cheat modes.
The cheat modes?
Cheat modes.
Oh dear.
You get like the cheat modes for like finishing it on Legendary in a quick time.
Yep.
There was paintball, big heads.
Ooh.
You know, you got your normal unlimited ammo, limited health, all that crap. But big heads, paintball mode.
That's what made that game.
That's what made that game more fun and challenging you to finish the game level 1 Legendary. I don't think it was called Legendary back then. I just think it was called 00 Agent. Back then.
00 Agent.
00 Agent back then. Right, shall we move?
Number 9!
Kingdom Hearts.
1 and 2, because he cannot pick.
I cannot pick between the two of them.
No. Release date September 2002. That's the first one. Developed by Square Product, published by Square Electronic Arts and Disney Interactive Studios, PS2. Genre: action role-playing game.
At least it's stuck to 1 this time.
Yes, for once. Setting is obviously the Kingdom Hearts universe, made up of various worlds. I'm assuming they're inhabited by various Disney characters.
Yeah, Disney characters are all in
that
this.
makes sense. Okay. Well received, with number 1 getting an average score of 85 out of 100, and number 2 doing slightly better, getting 87. Sales for 2 games, sold 9.6 million total. Number 1 selling slightly better at 5.6 million, and then if you can do that, 4 million for number 2. Yes.
Very interesting.
Indeed.
Right, why is it at number 9? Why is it in my top 10? It's got a long and detailed story.
Yeah.
Both games have got a story that will last you above 10-20 hours.
It's quite nice.
It's got good graphics for being on PlayStation 2.
Very good.
It had scenes of when it had PlayStation 3 graphics.
Oh, did it?
Yeah.
Fair dues.
And if you do love Disney characters,
Oh, we all do.
this is the game for you because
It has all of them.
There is lots and lots of Disney characters.
Oh, that's a good thing.
My only problem with the games are it can be seen as very kiddie. If you go up to someone in the street and go, "Hey, I'm playing the new Disney game,
Kingdom Hearts.
Kingdom Hearts," they'll kind of look at you going,
No.
"Yeah." And in occasions, there's a lot of button mashing.
Oh, lovely.
There's a lot of swinging for the fences.
We all know how good you are at button mashing, so.
And it's one of the few games that has lots more to do after you've finished it.
Yep.
On one of the games, I can't remember which one, you face Sephiroth from the Final Fantasy game.
Okay.
And he's like a beast.
A beast?
A beast.
Okay.
And he has his super long sword,
Ah.
which is the Sword of Doom.
Sword of Doom.
The Sword of Doom.
Yeah.
Right, shall we move on?
That's
Number
Number 8!
Call of Duty Zombies.
Zombies.
My zombies!
Everybody loves zombies. Okay, here are the stats. Obviously, these games weren't released by themselves, which makes them probably even more successful, because they are just mini-games of the Call of Duty
I don't
series.
think it counts as a mini-game, though. It's like...
Probably
you
not.
buy Black Ops 2 now.
For zombies,
You
yeah.
don't buy it for the
No,
campaign no more.
no, but obviously it came in with the whole World at War saga. Started at World at War with Nakdar and Totem, that lovely house that everyone loved
Oh,
playing.
everyone loved that house.
And then, you know, the periods, 2-year periods after that, being released with them in Black Ops and Black Ops 2. Obviously it's a first-person shooter. Everyone loves those.
Damn.
Dan loves them. Setting, well, various maps. Obviously you get DLC maps, you get different maps. Most of them are on Earth. The only exception, of course, being the Call of Duty Black Ops map, Moon, which is set on the moon. I know, who'd have thought it? But yeah, mainly sort of, I think 1960s. Sort of around that time period. Very well received, obviously. Most popular mini-game, and doesn't really have its own ratings, but you could probably go to the games and go, well, they are rated by that because of zombies.
Yeah. Why is it number 8?
I don't know.
Why is it number 8? It's very addictive.
Oh, yes.
I believe me and Dan went through a year where that is all we played.
Everyone loved it.
Easter eggs.
Oh, Easter eggs. Everyone loves going for those bloody annoying Easter eggs.
I believe there's an Easter egg on almost every map.
Near enough. They got bigger and better,
Yes.
I think, as you went along.
Yes. The story behind zombies. Everyone forgets the story behind zombies.
Well, it's not the campaign where it's right in front of your face. You've got to look for it.
Yes.
But there is a backstory, and it's very interesting.
If you ever want to look it up, type it up on YouTube. It'll be on there. There's
I'm
many
sure
of them.
videos for it.
It's basic, but it's challenging.
Yes, it is good.
You do like the challenge of being very basic.
And the Easter eggs tell the story. So
Yes.
you do the Easter eggs, you learn a bit about it.
And it's always new stuff.
Yes!
New stuff. So we went from like
Every
perk
year.
machines,
Pack-a-punch.
pack-a-punch machines to like
Buildables.
buildables, thunder gun.
Thunder gun
was always a...
Oh yeah, don't forget the wonder weapons, which just made it so much fun watching zombies explode.
We all love a good zombie to explode in front of
Oh
us.
yes, we all do.
The only negative, and this is probably going to be like, I'm the only one in the world that thinks this is a negative,
Probably.
it's rape trains.
Oh, rape trains.
Rape trains.
For those of you skillful enough to perform a rape train, it makes the game a little too easy.
When you line all the zombies up and you just spray them.
Lots of shots, lots of points.
I can do a rape train, and I enjoy doing rape trains.
In
but
certain maps,
it annoys me. Especially on Kino del Totem,
it's just too easy.
where Syndicate did a very good rape train on that one.
Syndicate.
If you want to look at a good zombie video, Syndicate is the guy that you go to.
Yes, he's the Zombie King.
Zombie King.
Zombie
Yes.
King. Moving on. Number 7! Fallout 3. I personally loved this game, and I recently 100%.
This is the sort of game that you love.
Yeah, yes, and it would be very high up if I ever did one of these things. Yes.
Alright, lay us down with the facts.
Released October 2008, developed by the game giants Bethesda Game Studios.
So we've had one of them before.
As we have, published by Bethesda Softworks, and for the main three, Windows, PS3, Xbox 360. It's an action role-playing game, open world, just like Skyrim. Setting. Fallout 3, set 200 years in the future, I think around 2277, something like that. Post-apocalyptic version of Washington DC after a big-ass nuclear war, known as now the Capital Wasteland. You fight many different things that have been affected by radiation, super mutants, ghouls, all that jazz. Reception, critical acclaim, 93 out of 100, and I think it got nominated for every gaming award there could have been.
Even for Best Female Game of the Year.
Yes! And it sold 4.7 million copies at the end of 2008. So, not as many as some, but still quite a lot. What have you got for us?
You'll probably agree, being number 7 of the positives of this. It's got a good story.
Oh yes.
Good story. Good story.
Main story, very short.
I got Liam Neeson in it.
Liam Neeson. Yes, you do. As your dad.
That's your dad, and that just makes everything better.
Everything's better with Liam Neeson.
Massive map.
Oh.
The map is huge, and if it wasn't for the
Fast travel.
yeah, fast travel, that's
You'd be spending half your time travelling the wasteland.
create a character.
Yes.
There's one thing I like about games where you can create your own character for the game.
Yeah.
Much as your character doesn't speak.
Face and whatnot, and then, yeah, do whatever. Level yourself up, play the way you want to play, do not use sneak, it is rubbish, it does nothing.
Okay, now for the negatives.
Oh.
You can cover your ears for this. It's glitchy.
Oh yes.
It can be very glitchy.
But that's some of the fun, because it's just so ridiculous, some of the glitches.
Yes. The main story too short?
Yeah, the main quest isn't very long, but there are fuckloads of side quests.
Oh yeah, you'll never be out of side quests.
Nope.
And there are massive parts of nothing.
Yeah, I mean, physically, you kind of have everything in one corner of the map, and then it just goes spread out, nothing.
And the DLCs. The DLCs.
I liked them, but made the game so easy.
You got the one DLC, what was it called?
Broken Steel.
Broken Steel.
Yeah.
Where you could go to...
Oh, no, that was another one. That's,
what was that one called?
Operation Anchorage.
Operation Anchorage, where...
You go do a simulation.
And you come out of that simulation and you get the armour of all armour.
You can't die in it.
And of course with the Broken Steel DLC...
You get Forks.
You get Fox. Now Fox has quite a bit of health.
And pretty much can't die, so it makes the game pretty much so easy. Too easy.
I remember walking into Megatron, was it?
Megaton. Yeah, Megaton. Yeah.
And sticking it on very hard.
Yes.
Standing in the middle of it, shot someone and took no damage.
After the whole
thanks
time
to that,
trying to kill you.
Thanks to that armour,
Yes.
the Fox took most of the stuff.
Yeah. That's Foxy. Alright.
We do love Fox.
Number 6!
Mario!
64!
What's the facts and figures, Tom?
Released in June 1996, developed by Nintendo EAD, published by Nintendo obviously, for the Nintendo 64 and, I found out, the IQ player, whoever knows what that is, and the Virtual Console. I don't know what those are.
I've never heard of the IQ player.
No, me neither. Genre, platforming. Another just one genre, that's all you need.
Back in the day when it was one.
Yes,
genre.
one thing. The setting, the Mario universe, specifically Princess Peach's castle. There you go. And the grounds and the lakes and the moat, all that stuff. Reception was a very good commercial success. Best-selling game on the Nintendo 64 with an average score of 94 out of 100. And as of May 2003, it sold a whopping 11 million copies. That's pretty damn good.
That's just a few.
That's just a few.
Right.
What have you got for us?
Number 6, Mario 64. Why? It's a perfect game. It is a perfect game. It's the first 3D Mario, I believe.
Okay.
Has a good story. Basic story, but it's a good story.
Basic.
And the controls are quite easy to control.
Yeah, well, most Mario games are.
I've got no negatives to this, because it's just the perfect game.
Yeah.
If you want something to watch on YouTube, type in Mario 64 speedrun, and they'll do it without getting 1 star.
Really?
Yes, they'll
That's impressive.
They'll glitch the game
That's impressive.
to get up to the final boss without getting a star.
Bowser.
Bowser.
It's always
Bowser.
Yes.
And then, of course, at the end of the game, Mario gets some lovin'.
It's 11.
Gets some lovin'.
Number 5!
Daisy. Now, Tom, you know a lot about Daisy, do you not?
I a fair bit.
What have we got?
Well, released in 2012, developed by Dean Rocket Hall. So that just sounds like a guy. It's published by Bohemia Interactive, and it's a Microsoft Windows game. Well, not really a game, more a mod.
Yeah, it's a mod. I wouldn't class it as a game.
A popular mod of a popular game called Arma 2. So whoever played that, you can play Daisy. The genre is a survival horror, tactical shooter.
Crazy.
I wouldn't class it as a horror.
No.
You never feel...
Well, it's slightly scary, I imagine.
I would call it a zombie survival.
Set in the fictional post-Soviet state of Chernobyl, present day.
Hey,
The reception. It's a large user base,
Crazy.
widespread media acclaim,
I'll have to
and
shoot
as of
you.
August 2012, 3
This
months
is
after its
Daisy
release, it's
and
got 1
zombies.
million registered users. Not too bad.
That's not too bad. And I think it's quite higher now. Number 5, DayZ. Great zombie game. It's a great zombie game. It's got everything you ever want in a zombie game.
Not like normal games.
No, you need to drink, you need to eat, you need to stay warm.
So proper survival.
Proper survival. It is the first ever mod I've ever played.
Yes?
It is the first ever mod I've ever played. And you know what? I am quite interested in the whole mod gaming time now.
Yeah.
And it was the only reason I got into PC gaming. PC gaming. Thanks to that DayZ game, I now like to play the old PC game. My negative, and everyone would agree with me that plays DayZ, it's the hackers.
Oh, the hackers.
The hackers.
What about the server issues as well?
You get the odd server issue, but the hackers are the main one, because I was playing a game on journalist, and I met this hacker.
Yeah.
And he was nice. He was one of the few nice hackers I've ever met.
Yeah.
And he gave me a car.
Okay.
Cool car.
Yeah, that's nice.
Nice.
Cars are rare.
Cars are rare. So, you know, I was driving along, and on the side chat, down at the bottom, I realised that someone went, I couldn't remember his name, went, "Are you a hacker?"
Yeah.
And 5 seconds later, he got kicked for being a hacker. And the last thing he did before he left was he killed everyone on that map.
Oh dear.
Because the game kicked him off for that reason.
Okay.
There you go. And there's lots of new maps. I think there's about 15 or so maps.
Oh, there you go.
So,
I'll have to shoot you.
Yes.
Number 4! Red Dead
Redemption! Brilliant game.
Brilliant game. I love this game. That's why
Yes.
it's at number 4. What have we got down there?
Released in May 2010, developed by Rockstar. Hopefully you should know them. Some of their other titles as well.
Grand Theft Auto.
Oh! And LA Noire, or Linear.
Linear.
Yeah. And of course published by Rockstar Games. PS3 and Xbox 360. The genre is an open world, third-person shooter action adventure.
So it's a little bit of everything.
A little bit of everything. Setting, got into depth on this one. Apparently 2 fictitious counties and a state, all in Wild Wild West America, all that sort of setting. New Austin, West Elizabeth, and Nuevo Paraíso, North America. Takes place 1911 to 1914, so typical cowboy, I think.
And that was only because of the ending.
Reception, universal critical acclaim, with an average score of 95 out of 100. Sold 12.5 million copies as of September 2011. What have you got?
Okay. My most positive from Red Dead Redemption, and I hope everyone agrees with me, is John Marston.
Ah!
John Marston.
The guy you play as.
John Marston is the reason that I love this game. His voice, the way he acts, it's amazing. It's got a good story. Good story.
Yeah, very good story.
Good story. You've started to play it. We haven't finished.
I have. I've started. Yeah.
So you'll love the story.
Yeah.
It's also quite long.
Yeah.
It's not a short story. It's a long story.
That's a good thing.
Spoiler alert!
Yeah.
The ending to the game is brilliant.
Yeah.
Mm.
I don't want to know what it is.
No, but if you do want to know what it is, look up Someone Dies. And the controls are perfect.
Perfect controls.
I love the controls on this game.
It really is.
You don't feel like you're gonna miss shots sometimes.
And you don't go, what the hell am I meant to be doing here? Because I don't know the controls.
And of course, just like Fallout
Yes.
and Skyrim,
Yes.
a lot of nothing.
On nothing.
A lot of nothing.
Oh, it's a shame.
On a different note, they brought out Red Dead Redemption Undead Nightmare.
Ooh, DLC.
No, it was an actual game as well.
Really?
You could buy the actual game.
Okay.
And I believe I read it, I looked up it, I didn't play it. But it's about people turning into zombies and John Marston's looking for a cure.
Okay. Sounds good.
You can ride a flaming horse.
Ooh, everyone loves a flaming horse.
Everyone loves a flaming horse.
Moving on.
Have we got now?
Number 3!
Legend of Zelda.
The Ocarina of Time.
Now this is an old year as well.
Oh, very old.
What's the stats?
Released in November 1998, developed by Nintendo EAD and published by Nintendo for Nintendo 64. Of course.
How did you know?
Yeah. The genre is action adventure. I'm sure most of you know that. Setting is in the fictional kingdom of Hyrule.
Very good.
Yes. Reception. Outstanding. Widespread critical acclaim with an amazing score of 99 out of 100.
Now, I would just rate it 100 out of 100. I wouldn't rate it 99 out of... What's the point?
I don't know.
Well, what is that 1%?
Don't know. Probably some bug somewhere in the game. And it sold about 7.6 million copies worldwide, so not bad for an old game.
Not a bad game.
Not a bad game.
Right. Why is it number 3?
I don't know.
Again, the controls.
Yeah, very
Perfect.
good.
They're amazing. The story.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Mm-hmm.
It was a long game. Now,
Very.
for an N64, it was quite a long game.
Yeah?
It was a great ending.
Great ending.
Great ending. I love the ending.
Yeah.
And, of course, the big spoiler.
Yes?
Spoiler alert!
Spoiler alert!
The guy that teaches you all the music
Mm.
is actually Princess Zelda.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, if you didn't want to know that, too
Now
late!
you do.
Too late! My only negative, there's many glitches to work with.
Yeah?
You can, like, spaz through walls.
Okay.
So, you need to... If you want to play the game properly, you play the game properly.
Yeah.
I remember playing it when I was like 9 years old.
Huh?
And it used to frighten the hell out of me sometimes.
Really?
I was 9 years old and new to the gaming scene almost.
Yes.
So, we shall move on to our
Next. Number 2!
Metal Gear Solid 3.
Snake Eater. Yeah?
Sorry. Yeah. What do we got for this?
Released November 17th, 2004, so just one release date. Lovely. Developed by KCEJ and Kojima Productions. Published by Konami for PS2, although obviously being re-released in the HD collection
Yes,
now.
it's now on Xbox, isn't it?
Yes, it is. The genre is stealth action,
Mm.
as with, I'm assuming, all the other Metal Gear Solid games.
Yes, it is. That's right.
Setting, from what I can tell, mostly outdoors in the Soviet Union rainforest. Russia.
Russia has a rainforest?
Well, it's pretty, lots of rainforest there. Yeah. Commercial success, average score of 91 out of 100, so still very well done. As of August 2005, it sold 2.6 million copies. Maybe not as much as I thought it would
No,
sell.
I thought it would have sold more, but that was, what was it, 8 years ago.
Yeah, very true, very true. What have you got for us?
Again, it's a perfect game. Perfect game. Perfect game. The story is great.
Ah.
I do love the story. It's actually one of the nicest stories I've ever watched.
Yeah.
The gameplay is brilliant.
Fantastic.
It's, you know,
Unrivaled.
Unrivaled in some instances.
How about the graphics for that time?
They were good for that time, and even the cutscenes were very good as well.
Yes.
And if you press L1 at certain stages, you got to stare at evil boobs. Yes.
Is Eva an attractive?
She voices one of the anchors on Family Guy.
I know the one. Okay.
My only problem, and there's a story behind this,
Yes.
is the long cutscenes.
Yes, really?
Yes. I mean, at the end of what you think Metal Gear Solid 4, the ending cutscene was 45 minutes
Yes,
long.
I do remember that. Yeah. Why?
And Metal Gear Solid 3 is no different.
That's like nearly a movie for a cutscene.
I think they measured it. I think there was like 4 or 5 hours of cutscenes, and you could complete the game in about 8-9 hours.
So more than half cutscene.
But luckily, you can skip through most of the cutscenes. There's a reason behind why there were lots of cutscenes.
Yes.
The guy that made the game wanted to be a film director, and turned out to be a game producer instead.
Well, I think it's turned out quite well for him.
Yes, I think he spent a lot of money. Apart from the new game.
No?
Metal Gear...
whatever it's called. The new one.
Yes.
Oh dear.
What? I just think it is.
Okay.
Alright, so shall we move on to the last one?
The last one. Number 1! Woo!
Final Fantasy X!
Final Fantasy X.
Right.
Apparently an amazing game.
Right, what have you got for me on this final one?
Okay. Released July 19th, 2001. Developed by Square Product Development Division Number 1, and it was published by Square, Electronic Arts, and Sony Computer Entertainment. The genre is role-playing. Mm-hmm. The setting is the fictional world of Spyro, I believe it is.
Spyro.
Spyro. Okay, Spyro. Critical acclaim, 92 out of 100 on average. And as of January 2004, it sold 6.6 million copies. Why is it your number one?
I love this game!
You love this
I
game!
love this game! The music is beautiful. I actually bought the soundtrack from Japan.
You are cool.
It was in, the whole CD was in Japanese.
Yep.
But I bought it because I loved this game.
Yep.
I've actually bought Tidus's sword.
I'm assuming Tidus is the guy you play as.
Yes,
or one
the
of
main
the
characters.
Yes.
The gameplay is very easy to pick up.
Yes?
In stages, you would class it as a puzzle game almost.
Really?
It's like a turn-based system.
Okay.
So like you have to predict what the person's gonna do.
Kind of like Pokemon then.
Yeah, it's kind of like Pokemon. It's a very long game.
Very long game?
If you want to complete it, complete it completely.
Yes.
People say it'll take you about an average of 100 hours.
That's a long time.
There's great twists in the game.
Oh yeah?
Great twists.
That's cliffhangers.
Cliffhangers, lots of cliffhangers.
I like
And
that.
as I love this game so much, I'm not going to tell you any of the cliffhangers.
No. So, let you
But
find out for yourself.
the fact that I love Tidus
Yeah.
and all the characters is why I love this game so much.
Yeah.
And I think I've played through it like 3, maybe 4 times.
Okay.
And I love this game so much.
So you're obviously not getting bored of it.
No. It's because of the story, I could play it again and again and again. And Blitzball, I love Blitzball.
This is the underwater basketball style thing.
Underwater basketball, football, rugby, water polo,
Sounds fun.
yada 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 yada. I think I used to play that for like hours and hours and hours on end.
Yeah.
And I made my team like super amazing.
Mm.
Anyway, this has been Ouchomobile.
Thank you so much for watching and sticking with us to the very end.
Yeah, you stuck through to the end. Bravo!
Bravo or brava.
And we hope you enjoyed it. And we
We'll
hope
see
you
you
watch.
soon.
We hope we'll watch some more videos.
Yes, so stay posted.
And stay clean.
Cheers.